fighters judge me behind or out of the ring, but when they into the ring with me, they find out it's different. So
what is different?
Because I have a lot of talent, a lot of things, a lot of things they don't know till they in the ring with me.
It is true that every fighter trains, but not all of them think in the same way. With less than a month remaining for the fight, Canelo Alvarez is deep in his training camp. He views fighting Terence Crawford as a test of his attention, discipline, and resolve. When asked what his goal is, Canelo says it's more than just winning. Winning is the beginning, not the end. He wants to indicate that his standards are still outstanding. He wishes for more than just a record. He wants people to remember the night he displayed the difference between being great and being the greatest.
I have the experience. They only focus on my power, but I have more than that, and I think this fight is gonna be one of my best fights in my history, in my record, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited, motivated, because this is all about. I want to make history, and I'm very excited.
Most notably, John embraced Canelo's strength and weight advantage by leaning in his direction while forecasting the result of this massive fight. He cautioned him not to allow Crawford to maximize his speed to the fullest and to land accurate strikes, suggesting that even a larger fighter may have major issues if he were to succeed in doing so on fight night. Ultimately, Ryder predicted that Canelo would prevail by a margin of points because he believed that his strength and experience would outweigh Crawford's threat.
I think you've got to see Canelo sitting tight on Crawford, not giving him space, block him side to side, and just very much work up close. Don't give Crawford the space to move. Don't give him the leverage to throw his long shots. And listen, Crawford can be dangerous with the leverage and the movement and the switching stances. But I think Canelo's going to sit tight on him, sit on his chest. Good head movement, good slipping, good rolling, good catch counters and.
Furthermore, Canelo has an acute focus for this bout. Every decision he takes is based on one question: will this help me win against Crawford? If not, it's gone. He is driven by control rather than rage, calm when preparing, and brutal when it comes time to act. He understands that a clear mind is a powerful weapon, and the sharper thinker responds first. For him, the fight begins long before the first bell, when he commits to the task and refuses to be distracted.
No, he's a complete fighter. No, he's a very good fighter, but I'm being there with every single style. Obviously, it's different because he changed the guards and everything. But you know, I need to adapt myself to anything. I hope he comes with the mentality to put a great show.
However, Eddie Chambers went with Canelo while predicting this mega clash, saying he has a lot of power, a lot of experience, and a strong mindset. He mentioned that he is in his comfort zone, while it's Crawford who is making changes. He also noted he will obviously feel more difficulties than his opponent because of the weight and adjustment. He said Crawford is a great fighter, but he can only disturb Canelo if he brings something new on fight night. Otherwise, he will have the clear edge.
I have to go Canelo. And I would love to see Crawford do his thing, you know what I mean?
You normally boxer biased, not saying that Canelo isn't a boxer.
Right. And normally I would kind of be, because it's just, I don't know. I see that you're able to exploit, you know, flaws in guys, and typically that's what Crawford does. This one, it's just really difficult. This Canelo is an extremely experienced, talented, stalker, but boxer too. He has the ability to do both, to be honest.
In the camp, when Canelo works on the pads and mitts, he focuses on speed, flash, and precision, along with angles, distance, and timing. His coach offers him patterns similar to what Crawford may throw, forcing his mind and body to work together. The sound of leather striking leather is sharp, controlled, and almost rhythmic. It's both a workout and a chat between the fighter and his trainer, with each combination improving his instincts until the proper move feels natural under pressure. As it is well known, no champion stands alone, and Canelo's team is proof of this. They are part of his focus and are working with him comprehensively. Everyone in his corner understands the aim, and every move they make contributes to it. Nothing is wasted in their universe, not even words or moments. Everything has importance, from a strategy talk to a simple nod. They both believe that the fight is theirs to win collectively, not just his.
Pero nunca así, güey, pero nunca acá. Lo estuviste parando y ¡pum! Y ¡pum! Y ¡pum! Y que no te hagan para atrás. Y si te hace poquito atrás, así. Así, no así. No que te hagas guango de aquí, güey. Es como hacer esto, que te están haciendo así. No te muevas, dale fuerte, ponle fuerte. Ya si te estoy canchando, me estás canchando mucho, más haces un pasito para atrás, güey. Sí, okay. Ahí, pero fuerte. Así. Así, pero no así.
Besides, Gabe Rosado also gave this fight an in-depth look and remarked that it was an exciting matchup. He stated that on fight night, both fighters would come to win and will do all effort to achieve so. Nevertheless, he made it clear that this time, we will witness a new and different Canelo, one that we have never seen before, as he is well aware of the difficulty and would make every effort to deliver a spectacular performance.
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Crawford, I think he's going to come to fight, but I think we're going to see a different Canelo. I mean, I think Canelo been coasting just because it's like, why take a risk? I don't have to take a risk. I'm Canelo Alvarez. I'm the face of boxing. But this one's way different. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna see a different Canelo, man.
For the same training, Canelo's program is geared at raw power and durability. His core practice is unrelenting and provides him with the stability he needs to absorb and deliver powerful shots. He incorporates weighted squats, explosive push-ups, and band resistance workouts to simulate fighting actions. Daily workouts increase his endurance, while plyometric exercise improves his quick twitch explosiveness. Every movement is thoughtful with the goal of maintaining consistency in his balance and power output. His conditioning enables him to keep up consistent pressure from the first bell to the last. Coming back to his preparations for the fight, the heavy bag is a living target in Canelo's eyes, representing the guy he will meet. Every shot serves a purpose. Body hooks drain, uppercuts disrupt rhythm, and jabs control space. He analyzes the bag's sway as an opponent's reaction, altering his posture and looking for fresh opportunities. Power and positioning are equally important. Each punch is serious and purposeful. By the end, the bag contains both his force and the plan for how he intends to break Crawford down. Mosley added that for Crawford to win, he might need to create a slower paced fight with smart movement and distance control. He explained that using space doesn't mean running, and if Crawford can stay just outside the pocket and avoid heavy exchanges, he might pull off the upset. Still, Mosley leaned toward Canelo, praising Crawford as a real fighter, but warning that the jump in weight could be too much.
I think that maybe I don't have to be all the way boring, but maybe it has to be boring spots. Yeah. So just because he's moving around and keeping his distance don't mean that he's running, right? Yeah. So if he can move and just stay a little bit outside the pocket long enough, then maybe he can win. But I'm thinking Canelo's gonna win. I think Canelo's gonna get a fight because Crawford is a fighter. He's a true fighter. He's a real fighter, but he's in a growing weight division.
Considering all the things, don't be shocked if Canelo Alvarez beats Terence Crawford on fight night. He's prepared to face the battle awaiting him, and he knows what he needs to do. As the fight draws near, the noise diminishes, the focus sharpens, and the job becomes clear. Stick to the goal, preserve his mindset, trust his team, and make the vision a reality. Canelo maintains that this is how greatness is not only achieved, but also protected and maintained. Another important figure, Virgil Ortiz, in his recent interview also looked into Canelo's side to find out what advantages he has. In keeping with the boxing society, he also commended his strength, size, and above all, ring experience. Although he also recognized that Crawford is a skilled fighter as well, he emphasized that the weight disparity will cause his opponent to take victory in this fight. Even if both players are extremely skilled, Canelo's physical advantages may have a significant impact on the outcome of the fight.
Obviously, the size advantage, the strength advantage, intellect. I think Crawford edges him out in IQ, but I just think the weight difference is going to be the deciding factor here. I mean, we've seen Crawford get hurt.
Right.
We've seen Canelo get hurt, right? But I feel like
not lately.
Yeah, not lately. Not lately. It's been a while.
Additionally, for Canelo, sparring is about practicing dominance under live fire, not simply about rounds. He alternates between several sparring partners, each of whom is intended to mimic a different aspect of Crawford's style, such as his southpaw footwork, abrupt angles, and deft counters. Canelo practices cutting the ring, trapping movement, and using pivots and body attacks to test defensive responses. He experiments, adapts, and then imposes, treating each round like a fight night scenario. In these sessions, the war is quietly won before the lights even come on. However, Terence Crawford's pad training is fast and sharp, showing his speed, timing, and focus. Each punch is thrown with purpose as he works on combinations, movement, and accuracy, preparing to outsmart and outpace Canelo in the ring. Moreover, former Canelo sparring partner Jack Catterall recently joined the conversation on this highly anticipated fight. Reflecting on the days when he used to spar with him, he said that Canelo hits very hard, but he believes he is not able to do so now. Moreover, he stated that Crawford has the ability to handle Canelo well and effectively use his strategies against him to secure victory. Predicting the outcome, Catterall confidently said that Crawford is going to win.
So on Canelo, Crawford, obviously you've been in there, you've seen it firsthand with Canelo. Is he the one to get it done? Is he going to beat Crawford or what?
You know what, I've been changing my mind, chopping and changing. Two tremendous fighters in their own right. I won't call it an upset, but I'm going for a Crawford victory.
In addition, Crawford is working out, challenging himself, and making every effort to perform at his best. With a strong opponent like Canelo, Crawford knows that even the slightest details could decide the outcome of this fight. Because of this, he's also focused and giving it his all. He isn't neglecting anything or taking shortcuts. In addition, taking into account both boxers' strengths and flaws, Willie D expressed Terence Crawford would win handily, stating the bout would not even be close. Either by unanimous decision or total ring dominance, he thought he would prevail. He added that Crawford's remarkable strengths, particularly his capacity to adjust to opponents throughout any fight, were the basis for his selection. He went on to say that his competitive nature would give him a big edge against Canelo, enabling him to control the bout from start to finish.
I do believe, all things considered, Terence "Bud" Crawford will not only win the fight, but he is going to dominate the fight. If there is a decision, the decision will be unanimous. It ain't gonna even be close. Terence Crawford has that extra thing about him where his heart will not allow him to fail. The dude is one of the most competitive people I've ever seen in my life.
Moreover, Crawford stays concentrated, keeps his head down, and allows his hard work to speak for itself. Crawford's confidence stems not from trash talk or hype, but from knowing he's prepared properly. As fight night approaches, he remains calm, hungry, and motivated to show the world what he's capable of.
What will you have to do to be your best version in order to get this victory?
I think just be myself and just don't get careless in the ring, and stay sharp all 12 rounds if it goes 12 rounds. I think that's the only thing that I need to do, and make sure that in training that I sharpen up all my tools.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a solid approach.
Overall, this battle gives Crawford another chance to prove himself and advance his career. He sees it as more than just a match. It's an opportunity to show off his skill and determination on the biggest stage. Every aspect of his training is designed to ensure that he is completely prepared when the spotlight is on him.
I can't imagine thinking about getting beat. That's not something that I think about.
We've never had it as a professional fighter.
Yeah, but I never like to think about losing. It comes to each and every one of our minds as a fighter, what if? But that's why we train so hard, so that if can deteriorate, in camp. But, a win against Canelo Alvarez, what it would do to my career would put me, on Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I think I would be one of the greatest fighters.
In summary, the boxing community is thrilled about this highly anticipated matchup. Fans are counting down the days and anxiously tracking every detail of the match. They're also listening to the pros and analyzing their perspectives on how each fighter will perform on fight night. Everyone, from elite boxing analysts to local fans, has a strong opinion on who shall prevail. Canelo backers expect him to dominate Crawford with his size and power, whilst Crawford supporters believe he can break Canelo's rhythm with his own quickness and crisp movement. Finally, who do you think will win on September 13th? Will Crawford's diligent preparation be enough to secure a career-defining victory, or will Canelo's own training and experience allow him to catch Crawford in the ring and emerge victorious? Both fighters are putting everything on the line, setting the stage for an epic confrontation. Please share your predictions in the comments section below, and remember to like and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for more details as fight night approaches.